Или не один защитник, не очень удобно ему пас, поэтому нет броска, и он не отпустил ее далеко. Вот да, от клюшки, совершенно верно. Вот здесь. И еще от конька, от защитника ЦСКА. Как
да,
это было
я справился с таким двойным.
Пойди против этой атаки, да, защищайся. Хороший проход.
Ну, практически не было, вообще был всего лишь один бросок, вот как раз-таки.
ЦСКА, которая играет совсем чисто. Я хочу сказать, дилемма такая. И как она меня заинтересовала, и я буду ее придерживать. В Питере проиграли конек, сегодня проигрывает конек.
А вот момент Сорокин справляется. Не 100%.
Вот не такие. Вот если даже сравнивать выход Йонсу в противоборстве, а расстрел в прошлом эпизоде.
Сейчас опасный момент уже у ворот Сорокина. Справляется наш.
We're back at even strength. Petrov sends down low. Quine has some room. Pass across. Shot. Score! What a pass from Alan Quine. To this one, a chance here for the Ice Caps. A shot. Good stop by Williams as he's against Quine. Nice job by Ellis, who could have gotten nailed by Beck. Beck now has a breakaway. Beck moving in, shoots and scores! Taylor Beck on the backhand. And another look at it here on AHL Live. As Barberio looked like he was even with him, just backhanded over the glove, or over the scrape, I should say. As they're showing the hit of the game. Into the zone, Helmo gives to Quine, nice pass to Graham, he shoots one, he scores! There's a quick response by Jesse Graham, 1 minute, 1 second.
As Ben Youts loses his footing, chance for a shot, backhand shot, save, score! Wow, totally got that call wrong. It's Kirill Petrov on the goal.
Plays back for Pulak. 45 seconds gone by already in the 4-on-4 play. Pulak, nice little move there. He moves in, shoots, and he hit the crossbar. Top of the game, looking at the Sound Tigers shots instead of the Bruins shots. Net. Now Breen tried to pass, stopped by Beck in the near side corner offensive end for the Sound Tigers. Now Pulak at the point, winds, fires, he scores! Ryan Pulak, last one from the point. And on AHL Live, you'll get another look. Through the screen.
Economy fuel, no frills, huge savings.
Power play goals, or shorthanded goals, they do power play goals. A shot to rebound, and Williams somehow made the stop. Looked like that puck hit something in front, it did. I believe that Sherry. Now Morat, pass in front. Wilson is stopped by Williams. Good save there by the Sound Tigers netminder. Now another stop there on Morat. Williams keeping a stick down there.
Redirect there. That was a pretty play, but the Ice Caps caught it. Now getting flattened was Nikita Shearback. Cairns parked in front. A slap shot. That one's deflected in. It was Delarose for Nikita Shearback, a shot, and the save is made by Stephon Williams. Backer cups in the air on a Sunday morning is exquisite.
Well, that itself would make me want to get there.
That's when they do it on Sundays. They roast the peanuts. Here's a shot, and they score. It was redirected again in front of Zachary Focali, and it fit on a Saturday night in St. John's.
Let's have a look at it again. Bridgeport player busting up the wing, drops it back. Got up.
Team 1 for 6. Backdoor feed. Hudon. What a stop there by Christopher Gibson. To Charles Hudon. Hudon cutting in. Let it fly. Gibson made the save. Bring a shot blocked. Now they'll try it again. Here's the drive, and Gibson's got that. And hold on. Loose pucks from around the goal area. Christopher Gibson. He's been square to the shooter all day. Joe Whitney has just broken this scoreless tie with 7.
There's not much to him. Whitney is not a big player, but lots of skill.
And here's Whitney busting inside the zone. Played it back and they score. Bracken Kearns. Quine into the St. John zone and he rips it home. And here's back in on Tokarski and he scores. He bones in on Dustin Tokarski and scores. And the Bridgeport Sound Tigers have beaten the St. John's Ice Caps.
Sent in on the Devils' net. Scarlett playing the puck right side corner. Beck sends one in front. It's swiped away. Puck still free. A quick shot and a throw. That one slipped by. Goal scored by Bridge, which they have scored first. They've done so here as Alan Quine was able to slip it on the short side past Carr. Right off his back. Down the length of the ice it goes, where icing will be waved off as we approach the halfway point of this period and this game. Devils still leading 2-1. Brought back in by Holmstrom, finding it. Five with a shot, and he scores. Five got it in down low. Chances rushing in. Yanni nearly lost an edge as Kirill Petrov brings it in. Petrov drops it off, a shot, score. Coming in late was Bracken Kearns, who was the Tigers. We mentioned they have been potent in the third. Now a plus 11 goal differential as Bracken Kearns.
Whitney looks, gives to Pulak. He one times it. They score! Ryan Pulak up. Just blasts away. Whitney waited for him. You can see. Get the puck to Pulak. And it works once again to screw. Here's Vive, hooked down. Now Whitney gives to Kearns. Kearns looking, gives to Pulak. He fires. They score! Pulak with the bomb once again from the point. Vive right in front for the redirect. It's Padon giving on up to Shinkarik. Shinkarik moving on in. Looking, shooting. And it's blocked away by Gibson. The rebound is off the line. And here comes Quine the other way. Quine in on a breakaway. Quine to the net. He shoots. He scores! Alan Quine wins the game in overtime for the Sound Tigers. So the referee going to take a look at this one. And how would that be? You score on one end, and then it doesn't count, and then...
Glove down by Kolasar. Worked it back to Barzell on the wing. Barzell takes the shot. Score! To Keegan Kolasar, so he has a point in every game so far this season for the T-Birds. And Matt Barzell at the face-off dot. Back to Bear. Bear looking across the puck again to Barzell, and does. Down low, Kolasar walks his way in front. Shoots, score! Barzell gets the indication to approach the puck at center ice. He'll pick it up there. Angles his way in across the blue line. Paranto comes back out. Barzell stick handle, get the goaltender down. Wraps it around him inside the back post, and he scores.
Back pass, can't use your hands. Out to center ice comes Barzell. Drops off for Watson. Down for Barzell. He's tied up by Heinrich. Watson back to the line. Grop near side. Barzell cross ice. A shot by Tishka. He scores. 25. Grop will pick up the second assist. And it's a tie.
Cross. Barzell on the wing. Barzell brings it back up top of the circle. Now curls down the wall. Puts it in front. Tip shot. Score! Rimmed back around to Bear at the point. Sends it down the wall behind the goal line. Kolasar throws it in front. Barzell shot. Score! For some reason, I don't know why, they're over at the benches chatting with the head coach Dave Lowry from Barzell, but knocked off his stick outside the blue line by Schuldhaus. Barzell races to keep it on side, drop it to Kolasar, fires his shot, score! Night. The goal coming here at 18:23.
PK as the T-Birds win the draw. Here's Barzell, top of the left circle, winds up with a drive and scores. Matthew Barzell, top shelf, with a clapper from that left circle.
Well, that's Barzell with a shot. You win the face-off. He plays a point on the power.
4 minutes left in the third. Thunderbirds up 2-1, but the Giants with a chance to come on and look to tie the game. Comes in front, Kolasar.
When they've scored a goal, I can't put my finger on it. Not sure exactly what. We've seen it happen before. Problem is,
to his blue line to Barzell. Penalties are over. Hoff is out of the box. Long pass ahead to Kolasar. Onside right wing. Fires his shot. Oh, he scores! Center ice, a race on that puck. Here comes Barzell. 2-on-1. Feed it across. Shot. Score! Tap it in. Barzell with a huge assist on that goal for Seattle. He broke out the center ice up the right wing boards and made a 2-on-1 rush with the drop at the blue line. Now comes back right circle for Barzell. Back to Barzell to a shot on goal by Bear. He buries it.
With the tie up in front of the Kootenai Ice bench. Time coming away with it is Barzell over the line right wing. Floats it back to Hoff. To the front of the net. They score. Center now, Ethan Bear. Through the middle to Kolasar. Carries in on right wing into the right wing corner for Seattle. Kolasar spinning away from the check of Brian Albee. Kolasar still on the puck. Back to the left point. Right midpoint Bear. His shot tipped. They score. And it's Barzell who gets the stick on it this time in Seattle.
Forechecking. He had a goal and an assist in his Hitman debut Thursday against Spokane. Got it to the blue line, but Bean under duress cops it up. Here's Barzell ahead for Seattle to the slot. The shot, they score! Nolan Volkin jumping into the play. Now has a...
He is already up to speed. Barzell, perfect pass over to Volk, and he gets it and just basically, it's not a one-timer, but he gets a hold of it and zips it right away, and there's no...
He's out to help, give back to Stallard. He got knocked over. Some fans felt that hit from Kolazar should have been a boarding call. It was not. Seattle to the attack. Now back at full strength. It's a 4-on-2. Kolazar to the slot. The shot. They score!
There's the hit there from behind. No call. Even Morrison kind of puts his arm up.
Boy, it's usually the way it happens.
Cataracts coming off a 5-2 loss, and St. John lead pass in front. They score! Number 91, Beauvillier on the pocket slides by Zach Fortag. Wildcats being hemmed in there.
Taylor repart en plein centre. Numéro 4 des Cataractes a passé vers Denis Yann. Il entre chez l'adversaire. Yann au centre vers Beauvillier. Le but!
Quel jeu d'Anthony Beauvillier.
Ça revient à Perron sur l'aile droite. C'est poussé en zone neutre par Beauvillier. 2 contre 1. Beauvillier qui est sur l'aile gauche. Beauvillier la passe au centre. Wow! Perron qui reçoit la rondelle de Waken. Ça passe complètement raté. Et en échappé, c'est Anthony Beauvillier. Il est seul devant Harvey. Beauvillier fight et le but! Plutôt qu'à la rondelle, il passe à Beauvillier. Ça mène chez Leoski sur l'aile gauche. Beauvillier tire. Et le but!
14 secondes. 14 secondes.
Tour de chapeau pour Anthony Beauvillier. Droite, Yann qui revient vers la ligne bleue. Il a de l'espace. Yann passe soulevé. Dévié devant le filet. Vers la tire. Le but!
Anthony Beauvillier.
Yann chez l'adversaire. Daou coupe en plein centre. Laisse à Beauvillier. Beauvillier à gauche. Vers Gérard. Vers Yann. Le but!
Brisé son bâton cependant au cercle gauche. Voici maintenant Denis Yann. Tente une passe en enclave, ça rate un tir de Beauvillier. Retour.
Là, il y a même que Beauvillier, rondelle qui est reprise par Beauvillier. Et une sortie territoire du capitaine. Passe au centre. C'est saisi par Daou. Ça mène le tir et le but!
À la pointe, ça touche un adversaire. Il vient reprendre la rondelle. Finalement, c'est poussé du bout du bâton. C'est Daou qui tente de s'échapper devant Pomerleau. C'est un 2 contre 1 maintenant. Une belle fête de Daou devant le filet. Voilà le but. Beauvillier, quelle manœuvre!
Il est bloqué par Kislev. Daou derrière le but. Oh, la passe à Beauvillier, le tir et le but. Quel tir là, de la part d'Anthony Beauvillier quand on parle de temps qui va remettre faiblement derrière le filet du Drakkar. Rondelle remise à slide pour Beauvillier, à la ligne bleue pour Girard. Maintenant à Daou pour Yann. Yann du haut des cercles à Girard à la ligne bleue. Pour Yann qui était remonté à la ligne bleue. Maintenant pour Beauvillier devant le filet pour slide. Et par la suite, Daou s'empare
Capobianco, and he takes an extra bump after the fact, and here comes Niagara. Here's Hosang. Hosang backhand scores!
And it's back here to Perlini. Agar, Hosang. Hosang to Dunn, shoots, and that is blocked out in front. Hosang has it behind the goal. To Dunn. He fires, he scores on the power play. Let's take another look. Here's Dunn with the shot. Hosang, Dunn.
And they lost it to Mangiopane, and there's Agard right back on top of Mangiopane.
That's what you can expect every shift.
Out front it goes. Perlini scores!
The Agard's diligent work behind the net. He stays on the puck. He creates that turnover that's going to lead to Hosang retrieving and picking up this puck right here and throwing a beautiful tape-to-tape pass to Perlini.
Dunn, lead pass, Hosang with space, drops it back, Agard one-timer finds it, rebound, Perlini scores!
Take a look at it. Again, D to D. Look at what it opens up. It opens up ice for Hosang. He busts through the middle and is going to throw it to, who is that there? Agard. And then Perlini's going to pick up this rebound. Was that Dunn that gave that pass? What a beautiful start of this play.
Perlini, Agard, and Hosang. Centered out front. Hosang's got the puck. Hosang stick handling, scores!
Let's take a look at him. High slot. Nice little dangle. Pulls to the inside. Boom. Right over the shoulder of Connor Hicks. And what a dandy. Let's take another look at it. Point.
Hosang. Rink wide for Graham Knott. Dunn has activated into the rush. Here's Hosang in the slot. To the side of the net. They score! Now Hosang. Pass into the slot to Fruscia with a hard shot, and he missed on the blocker side. Pass out in front, they score!
And they've got Kingston hemmed in, picked up by Hosang. He gets stood up, but still stick handles. Look at Hosang go out front to Graham Knott, who scores!
By Hosang is unbelievable. He's going to get the puck here. He's going to get hit. He's going to stay with it, fight through another check, and find the open Graham Knott right in the middle of the slot to tie this dandy up at 1-1. Take a look at it, different angle. Look at one check he fights through, two checks he fights through.
Now Mantha, long lead pass through the middle for Corneal. He gives to Hosang. Here's a drive, and Hosang,
wow.
What a wicked shot by Josh Hosang. And it's 3-0 Ice Dogs.
Get a look at the replay here, and I mean, it's Mr. Everything offensively for the Ice Dogs. What a little toe drag move and a nifty snapshot.
And now out to Hosang. Here he comes. Hosang cutting to the middle into the slot. Return right in front. Maleta open net.
A clean tap-in for the youngster, Hosang, creating all kinds of problems for
this man advantage. Agard, top of the circle, right in on goal, loose puck, Hosang scores! Second point.
In an unbelievable game tonight. Let's take a look at it, how it's set up. Maleta's going to get an opportunity. Flynn shuts the door. It ends up going to Hosang on the doorstep. Ba-bing! And Hosang will...
Hayden out of the box, so for the next minute 25, it's Ice Dogs with the extra attacker. Perlini scores! 2-2, hockey game now.
And he fed him. Look where his eyes are looking at. Perlini busted in. You can see at the top of your monitor. And it's nothing but Perlini. He's got a little bit of wind behind his sail, and he just fires one past Jack Flynn. This game's all tied up. What a damn...
Corner, Hosang now. Jamming on the brakes, reversing direction, centering pass. Here's a chance for Maleta. He scores!
Josh Hosang has only been held pointless in 3 games this year. Perlini loads one on Maleta with a rebound, and he scores!
4-goal lead. Hosang again, the quarterback on this power play. Great vision to throw the puck right in the middle of the slot. There's that pass. You can see Hosang brings 2 players with him to the corner.
Sends it back to Tays, back in his own end. Tays skates it up towards center. Tays ahead to Janssen, back to Tays, shoots and scores! Landon Smith will pick up an assist on that one, and Quinnipiac leads it 3-0. Gathers it in, back to Tays, to St. Dennis, score!
On that one.
So Aldworth and Tays will get assists, so for the second straight game, Thomas Aldworth is going to once more. Tays takes the loose puck and skates up to center. Tays with a head of steam comes in, backs it and scores! He went right around the defenseman,
but with his speed, cruised right by him and just one times it past Morris. Unbelievable rush by Devon Tays.
AIC 2-0 here in the opening period. AIC controls into the Penn State end, and a shot by Christian into the chest of McAdam. He made chipped ahead. Notre Dame 2-on-1. Bad play Thompson. Far wing to the near wing. Held and blasted into the mid of McAdam. And a rebound try off the backboards. And Amon.
Leg pad and kick it right back away.
We saw Penn State's defenseman try to jump ahead and knock rush. Cross rink to the near side. Bjork holds near circle. Shot. McAdam makes the save. Out of the box is Kerr. Floating to the front of the net to the slot. A kick save made by McAdam into the... Now they get it back again. Notre Dame controls. Gross will wind and blast off McAdam. A rebound. Great defense. Bodies looking to get it free. Malmquist. Space here. Notre Dame. Bjork stepping in. A shot. Save McAdam. Notre Dame is able to bring it out of its own end. 2-on-1 into Penn State's end. Far wing. Hold in a blast. Save McAdam with the glove.
Puck carrier just kept coming with it. Fire that shot that Eamon McAdam got the glove.
Notre Dame possesses the puck. Tucked along Fogarty into the Penn State end. He knifes between two. A shot. Big rebound. Loose to the crease. McAdam sprawls in the rebound.
The hockey gods owe him a penalty here somewhere along the way. There have been 2 or 3 here in the...
Stashes into the far side corner. It's picked up now by Jimmy Davis. Stolen away. Chance for Robertson. On the doorstep, they score! Shift from Robertson to the Bulldogs. Robertson shoots, deflection, save made. Rebound the doorstep, Mackin scores! The Bulldogs tie the game! Or by Fairstay, here's Robertson with a shot, save made by Hafner. Rebound in front, they score! Carl Scherp ties the game! Bulldogs take a 2-1 lead on the second goal of the period for Ferris State.
Well, that's just a great play by Robertson, recognizing he's a guy across
And there's the key. Robertson doesn't panic. He realizes, I have time. I can make this pass. I'm a good passer. He puts just enough on it so it'll...
Racing call in play. Oshawa losing the puck. And a goal by Oshawa on a giveaway. Dal Carl points leader for Oshawa. Nick man off the puck, but Oshawa recovers possession. Camiso. He leaves it for Robertson. He's going in. Big shot by Robertson. Dal Carl. And it's a goal. Oshawa scores. 3-2. Pizzetta chasing the puck. 3 minutes left in overtime. Sorelli. He's up by himself, looking for Dal Cole, who steals the puck. Nifty play. And they score! Oshawa! Sorelli with the overtime winner
on the right side. His first of the season, scored by number 15, Colin Shirley. The assist to number 14, Matt Needham.
And the Americans have come right back and tied it up. In the U17 at one point. Of course, this is just the second season that they switched to that format with the Team Canada white, black, and red. As they favored getting a mix of players from all over the country on each team. Parker Bowles off the left wing. He shoots and scores from the circle as the Americans had it back in the Vancouver zone.
Stopped by Bowles there. When that puck is cross-ice pass from the point to Bowles, he waits for Peyton Lee to go down ever so slightly and puts it right upstairs. Peyton Lee to his right. You see Bowles hesitate. He waits for Peyton Lee to go down and fills the top of that net with rubber. Let me tell you something. That is one heck of a hockey player. And when you're
with a reach there, and couldn't get much on the puck. Now the Americans the other way. Weatherspoon ahead to Sandu, coming with Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon reflects the score.